Hey guys, Matthew Morrow, MorrowInvest.com. I want to bring you today's tip of the day. So today I want to talk about legal precedents. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a quick story. So I had a friend approach me. I get sent houses on a regular basis, and there was a group of houses that are just not in my wheelhouse. That just means that I don't buy in that particular zip code for different reasons, right? But this individual does buy in that zip code, and they love buying in that zip code. And so they said, well, hey, any houses that you get sent in that place, get them under contract with me, and I'll inspect them. We'll use my guy, and we'll close on them, and I'll just pay you a finder's fee or assignment of contract fee, right? And I said, okay. So I try to say yes to as many deals as I can. So I thought I had found a way to get a yes out of these lots of properties that I didn't want, that they would want. So I had somebody at church come to me and say they had a property. Actually, they had multiple properties. And we looked at them, and we got an agreed upon price on one of them. Well, in the contract, it stated that we would not purchase the place if it did not have an AC unit. Okay? So what ended up happening was the day before closing, we had installed the AC unit. I went over that afternoon to check that the AC unit had been installed. The AC unit had been stolen. So I called the owners and said, hey, I thought you said there was an AC unit here. I'm looking here and there's not one. And they said, oh my goodness, well, we did install one. It must have already been stolen. I said, oh goodness. Now our contract states we're supposed to close the next day. Our contract states that we will not, is contingent on there being an AC unit there. So I asked the guy if he had insurance. He did not have insurance on the place. Okay, so now we're in a real difficult situation. So I speak to the person that's buying it. Again, I'm not buying it. I'm just kind of facilitating this by I'm gonna assign my portion of the contract to my friend who is the buyer. My friend says, well, will they renegotiate for a lower price? The original price we gave them, it was lower. And I said, well, I'll check. They agreed. They said, okay, so we're going to close. We go to closing. My partner does not show up. Not only this, my partner completely disappears. Like no phone calls, no emails, drops off the map. I still have not talked to this person. Don't know where they disappeared to. So here we get a conundrum. So I get approached by this church member, and he says, Matthew, our family is out $800 for this air conditioning unit, and we think you should pay for it. In fact, we've already spoken to our lawyer, and they say that there's a legal precedence that you pay for it. Now, is it my fault that the AC got stolen? No. Is it my fault that they didn't have insurance on the house? No. Is there legal precedence? Let me tell you what, in business, what legal precedence can mean. It can mean, hey, it's going to cost you more than $800 to go to court. You might as well pay us $800. And that's how that happens quite a bit. Now, could I have fought it? Could I have gone to court and said, hey, my contract clearly states that I would not buy that property unless it had an AC unit. It didn't have an AC unit. So I backed out of the contract. It's not my fault it got stolen. It's not my fault that they didn't have insurance, right? I could state those things. But you know what? This is a person that's at church with me. This is a family that I love. And what would I want? What would I want? How would I want to be treated? So I wrote the $800 check. Now, I'm not telling you that I'm not patting myself on the back telling you what a great guy I am. That's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is to tell you that you're going to have moments on a regular basis if you're doing business where you have the opportunity to do the right thing or to not do the right thing. In this instance, I feel like doing the right thing was writing them a check, keeping the peace, continuing to be able to see these people at church with my integrity, my character, my head held high, and to not get into any legal battles, right? I want to encourage you to always do the right thing. Just because you can prove something in court doesn't mean that you do not leave people embittered and hurt. And so if you can avoid that, you know what, guys? You're making a lot of money. If you're doing real estate, you're making a ton of money. It's okay to lose a battle. Let me tell you what happened. After this happened, about 6 months later, I got a phone call, and there was another house, and it was worth about 5 times as much. And guess who happened to be the family member? This same individual. And they called me and gave me the opportunity to bid on that place. I want to encourage you to do the right thing. It will always come back in your favor. Hope you guys have a blessed day.